You're listening to the Savage Sacktap. It's not a podcast, it's not a half-cast, it's just a quick shot to the balls to help you finish off the week. We're cutting through the bullshit, filling your Friday with rage-fueled logic, and cracking a few jokes along the way. So grab a bag of frozen peas. There's a Savage Sacktap coming your way.
Smooth, lascivious, salacious, outrageous.
Test. Oh, good. The microphone appears to be working. It's a little sound test to make sure the mic's working before I start podcasting. By the way, if you hear a dog barking in the background, sadly, that is not our dog. It's the neighbor. New neighbor moved in. I think she's got a little pooch. Haven't seen it yet. Sure, it's adorable. All dogs are adorable. Everyone loves fucking dogs. Unless you're a cat. Because cats hate dogs. That's what cartoons taught me when I was 6. Anyway, what's new? I watched the Kentucky Derby this weekend. I watched the Kentucky Derby and I grilled meat this weekend. And we had Mother's Day, but that was it. Low key. I drank some mint juleps. I think if I was a member of the SS and I was watching the Kentucky Derby and I ordered a mint julep, I would probably order, "Yeah, hi, I would like a mint julep." Because that's how the angry Nazis would say Jew, like Jew, like angry, but angrier. I will have a mint julep. Yeah? You see, the Holocaust can be funny. Oh, I mean, alright. That one's gonna come back to bite me in the ass one day. He said, did you hear him? He said the Holocaust could be funny. Big titties just walk by. That's the best thing about doing the podcast from right in front of a first floor window in a Hispanic neighborhood. You see a lot of fun curves walk by, especially on a 70-degree day in the Jersey City Heights. You're listening to the only station that rocks, bringing you the best hard rockin' hits of the 80s, 90s, and today. WSAV, The Savage. Michael J. Savage. Bringing it to you, and here's one from Jethro Tull. That would be if I was on a very shitty classic rock station. Anyway, if you're checking us out for the first time, Facebook, The Savage Crew. Find me on Twitter, at Mike Montone, and you can also find The Savage Crew on Twitter, at The Savage Crew. I haven't tweeted off that account in forever. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'll keep plugging it. Doesn't hurt to get more followers, does it? Like Hitler. We were just talking about the Holocaust. He always wanted more followers. As long as they had blonde hair and blue eyes. Anyway, let me see. My usual cruising the internet for stuff that pisses me off. First thing I found, this was going around this week, and I'm going to do my usual, I hope this doesn't take forever to fucking load, because then I have nothing but dead air. Ooh, it went quickly. Alright. So, I realize much of my audience is made up of veterans. I too am a veteran. Oorah, Marine Corps. I got selected for captain right before I got out. I think I picked it up in the IRR. They said whenever they send me mail, it's addressed to Captain Montone, so it's captain now. Anyway, there's been a very mini scandal going on at West Point. There's these group of black female cadets posed with their fists raised, sort of like the I guess it was, I don't know if that was actually the Black Panther fist raise or if it was part of like a Black Pride movement, but it was taken, I guess, 2 weeks ago during what they call an Old Corps photo shoot, which is when seniors strike serious poses reminiscent of early 19th century cadets who attended the academy. This is according to the Army Times, right? So the photo wound up going viral because it's a bunch of black cadets with their fists raised, and there was some people were saying that the raised fist is from the Black Lives Matter movement, and which, by the way, I know a lot of people not big fans of Black Lives Matter. I think some of their tactics have been immature and probably ineffective as a result. But I don't think we probably shouldn't look away from the message of Black Lives Matter. We could talk forever about police reform, but there is need for police reform in this country. That's not really what this is about right now. But I'm gonna say right that there are a lot of things about that movement that I don't like. I'm not an Al Sharpton fan. Him and Jesse Jackson suck. I think they're race baiters. They're terrible. And not every time that a black guy is killed by cops is it the cops' fault. All right. Sometimes people put themselves in bad situations, and the end result is horrible. But that's for another podcast. What I want to talk about here is, some people are defending the cadets, saying that it's, a display of triumph and pride. Others are saying, hey, what the fuck is going on? So the Army Times has been following this, and if you've been in the military, anytime anything happens, the military loves to launch command investigations. So and command investigation, for those not in the know, I've been on both sides of several command investigations. I was on one after we were out on patrol in Ramadi, coming back from, I think we'd been scouting a location for a school or a hospital for women and children, something like that, way, way on the east end of Ramadi. We had to come back through town, but the main route Michigan was blacked out by the battalion because there were too many RKG attacks. There were fucking Iraqis, Syrians, whoever, the Mujh, were popping out, and they were throwing an RKG as a shape charge grenade. You throw it, and are normally impenetrable arm, the MRAPs and such. You throw an RKG at one of these, and the shape charge will punch right through and fucking waste pretty much everyone inside the cab because it creates like a mini thermal explosion. I don't really know. I should know how that works. I spent some time with the combat engineers, but I forget. But apparently it fucks your shit up. Anyway, so we couldn't go back down Route Michigan, which is closed off. So we had to take the same main road back that we had taken out. So it kind of felt like they were waiting on us, setting up on us, and it was a 4-vehicle patrol, and they hit the last vehicle with an RKG. I was in the front vehicle. We tried to maneuver around to cut off the guy who threw it, so our machine gunner could light his ass up, but we got stuck in an alley, couldn't get to him. We were coming back out of the alley, and we drove over just a little bump in there, like a median in the highway, and a fucking white star cluster fell out of the turret and smacked the turret stand and started going off in the back of the fucking NRAP. Next thing I know, the entire thing is up in flames, and we all pour out the back door. We pick up the fire extinguishers. None of them fucking worked, which, by the way, if you're going out on patrol, part of your pre-combat checks and inspections should be to make sure your fire extinguishers work, because our shit didn't. So, new SOP for anyone who's going on deployment anytime soon. In any case, the Iraqis were running out of their fucking homes and businesses with buckets of water trying to help us douse this thing. Our company XO was with us. He had a fucking, like a flame retardant blanket he threw on. We eventually got the fire out, but not before it cost like $20,000 worth of damage. It absolutely blackened the inside of the MRAP, fucked up a lot of our comm gear. There's a Panasonic Toughbook. Those are like laptops you can throw off like a fucking building, destroy. Thing was torched. Anyway, that led to a command investigation because of all the damage done to the vehicle. That was my first one. The next command investigation I was involved in, I was actually the investigating officer on... we were out in Thailand doing a machine gun shoot with the Thais, and a Mark 19 round exploded in the barrel, blew the fucking barrel open, and fucked up a bunch of Marines. They had to be air evac'd to get surgically fixed. I think one of the kids had nerve damage in his wrist or some shit. So that was number 2. And then the third one was we got accused of hazing when I was out in Okinawa. We got cleared. I was given, on the exact same day that I was given a nip lock for blood pinning a couple Marines, I was given a NAM by my battalion commander. That's an interesting day. A lot of yin and yang there. You sit down and you have to sign a fucking nip lock for your boss, and Niplock non-punitive letter of caution, basically a big slap in the dick that says don't do this again, and then later given a NAM at a staff meeting. So that was that day. But so what they probably, I'm guessing what the academy did was had a command investigation where the investigating officer interviews everyone and he digs through the facts of the case to find out what went on. So I guess what they're saying is that it was sort of the girls weren't, planning on doing this, or maybe 2 of the cadets proposed the raised fist, so maybe they were, thinking about it, and they said the others immediately expressed concern and said, "Are we really doing this?" And one of the other cadets said, "Hey, this isn't an equal opportunity violation. We won't get in trouble for it." So they kind of, went along with it. And it looks like they were saying serious pictures, raised fist pictures, a silly picture. So it looks like this was just one out of a number of pictures that they took. And look, I am the first one to jump all the fuck over the BLM movement, etc., because of their ridiculousness. But this, everyone's going ballistic over it. Let me see what the check out the comments section. It's drawn the ire of conservative bloggers. Let's check this out. And here's Gabriel Bozo. It's a rough name. A rough name to have if you're going to be an internet commenter, because it opens you up to a lot of immediate criticism for people who don't like what you had to say. Oh, what's this bozo have to... Gabriel Bozo. That's Gabriel, guys, a real bozo. Anyway, so he says, "So I guess now it's okay for white cadets to give Nazi salutes or burn crosses." Look, I think this was... I would not have done this in uniform if I was them. I think it's asinine and dumb, but I'm going to go a step further, and so this guy's suggesting that they be kicked out of school and receive negative 1059s. I'm not going to go that far. I think a 1059 is like a page 11. I don't fucking know. I've been off active duty for Christ. Wow, actually, in 4 days, it'll be 5 years since I got off active duty. That's fucking wild. Anyway, I don't see this as being the kind of thing that really warrants harsh discipline. I think they need to be sat the fuck down by a mentor, like a captain, major, lieutenant colonel, whoever, and just given a long talk on officership in general. If you'd pulled this shit at the basic school, they probably would have rolled you. The basic school is like the Marine Corps' officers finishing school. It's where you go after OCS and before you go off to your MOS school. It's basically, you learn how to become a basic officer, hence the name, the basic school. It definitely requires some mentorship on the part of the senior leadership of these female soldiers. And to the civilians who say, "But Mike, you're all about free speech, and this is free speech, free expression." I get that, but if you haven't served in the military before, you have to understand that there's certain things that come along with wearing the uniform, and one of them is putting your personal political prejudices aside for the good of, mission accomplishment, and troop welfare. That's everything for a junior officer in the military, whatever. I don't care what branch you're in. It's mission accomplishment and troop welfare are the big two. That's everything else. Everything that you do needs to sort of feed those two goals. And I don't know that this was prejudicial to either of that, but it could be prejudicial to good order and discipline. I don't think that they should have taken the picture like this. I think it if it was a spur of the moment decision, then that's just what it was. They need to learn to think a little bit more critically about their spur of the moment decisions and not do stupid shit, especially with social media and everything now. You're in a public eye, you represent the Army, and you just shouldn't be doing this shit. But I don't think, probably did not warrant national media attention. When I first saw the story, I was like, oh god, this is bullshit. But then, you know what? I read into it, it looks like it doesn't seem to have been a planned thing. Maybe on behalf of two of these broads it was, and maybe they deserve an extra hard dick slapping. Because remember, people are going to see this. Your soldiers, your new unit's going to see this. You might have former cops in your new unit. What if you get assigned to a military police unit? It could be loaded with former cops. If you go out into the reserves one day and you work with an MP unit or an infantry unit, now that women are allowed in the infantry, you're definitely going to be working with cops. So to do a Black Lives Matter sign in a picture in your uniform could send the wrong message to soldiers that you might one day be in command of. And as a military leader, that's something that you absolutely never want to do. And this, again, you have people that the civilian mindset is, I'm special, I can do whatever you want. But in the military, you're not fucking special. No one in the military, the only people in the military who are special are people who, like, if you fucking charge a machine gun, an enemy machine gun position with a satchel charge strapped to your chest and you kill everybody, then you're fucking special, all right? Then we will call you special. But other than that, it's the fucking military. Everyone's the same. Everyone's the same, and rank and combat deployments are the only thing that matter, really. That's about it. That's the only thing anyone fucking respects in the military, at least, especially in the OEF years, for all you boots out there who fucking weren't in during that shit. The only thing that matters to anyone in the military on the real is have you gone to combat, and what's your general experience, your worth. I won't say rank because they're especially I said rank before, but especially in the infantry, like at least in the Marine Corps, like you could be a fucking lance corporal for 4 years and not pick up because of what's called a cutting score. It's like a promotional tool. A lot of this stuff, if you're a civilian listening, this lingo could go right over your head, so I'm trying to break it down. But imagine being incredibly experienced but never getting a promotion, and seeing people with easier jobs get promoted ahead of you. That kind of shit goes on in the Marine Corps. So what's really sort of the benchmark for status in the military has become, especially while people were deploying so often, has been combat experience. I have no idea where I was going with any of this. Whatever. In any case, yeah, this was all over my Facebook. Facebook has had a lot of ridiculous shit popping up. I've noticed that I kind of want to start a new segment on this for the show called This Isn't News, because, and I actually think this West Point story could fall under that segment, less hilariously so, because it's not news. Just run your fucking command investigation, like, get it over with. Fucking dick slap them, give them a, if you want to give them I probably wouldn't try to start someone's career with a written counseling, but just give them a harsh, scary-ass verbal counseling with a shitload of brass in the room so they know they'll never do this again. I'm sure that happened. I'm sure a bunch of majors and lieutenant colonels and captains fucking lit their asses up for this one. Like, I'm sure they weren't like, fuck, oh, you go, girl. It was probably like, hey, you guys better unfuck yourselves and not pull this shit out in the operating force. What the fuck does the Army call its operating force? The Marine Corps is so cool. We call it the fleet. You can be stationed on land in the middle of the fucking Mojave Desert, and you're still out. You're still in the fleet, Marine Corps. You silly bitch. I love you. I'm glad I'm not on active duty anymore, but I still loved my Corps. Anyway, this is most definitely not news. This fucking shit has been driving me nuts going around Facebook. Because Facebook shares the dumbest stuff, and we're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna get to that, silly bitches. Just hold on one sec while this loads. Don't get your panties in the. It's like you're on hold. Oh, motherfucker, it's not loading right. Shit. This is like my biggest fear. Come on. Don't be gay. Oh boy. You don't want the screen to freeze in the middle of the podcast. I got the blue wheel of death. This is awful. Anyway, I'll give you a little tease while I wait for the computer to unfuck itself. The title of this article that I'm telling you is not news, but was shared by KTLA 5 Morning News. Mom's surprise visit to daughter's Utah dorm room goes wrong and viral. Oh boy. Is this it? Is it ready? Can I get down? Come on. Here it is. Oh, this is why. Because there's a fucking... I'm going to... a brief pause. I work in the digital media news sector, and that's about as far as I'll go with telling you where I work, because I say horrible things. They'll probably fire me for it. But what news sites are doing, because there's just so fucking many of them and they need to make money off of page views, is they're loading all sorts of ads into the sides of the browser page, and they're also plugging in a shitload of extra videos because they're trying to get you to click around onto others. So once you're you read the article, and they don't want you to just click away. They want you to click on something else. So they overload pages with extra videos and stuff like that. And if your computer moves at a crawl the way mine does, because I jerk off to streaming online porn so often, then loading a news site can be very problematic. And for a podcaster who needs to be able to load websites at a moment's notice so he can critique and inform and fix society, this can be trouble. But anyway, I think we're good now. Okay, so basically what happened is, I've been saying basically a lot today. I don't like that. Before I was talking about the basic school, which requires use of the word basic, but I've also been using it as sort of a filler. I don't like that. It's bad speaking, bad public speaking. Bad dog. There's no such thing as bad dog. Only bad owners. Anyway, this woman, she goes to, I guess, move her freshman daughter out of her dorm for a summer vacation, and the family's from New York City. The girl's going to school out in Utah State University, which I don't know, who the fuck... How do you go from New York City to Utah State University? Who the fuck wants to go out to Utah? And I know if you're like an outdoors person, I read that, was it like, how many hours was it where the guy like he sawed off his arm or whatever? And James Franco did the movie. I had the book around here. There, 127 hours. I thought it was 72. That's even more. Anyway, I get if you're like one of those guys who loves to go out into like the rocks of the desert. I get living out in Utah for that. Is it Utah or Utah? Utah? Anyway, whatever. The mother decides to surprise her daughter, and she figures, oh, I'm going to be so cool. Instead of just knocking on the door, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go in. She's not there. I'm going to take a selfie. So she sends her daughter a selfie, and it says it's her laying on what she believes to be the daughter's bed, and says, "Look where I am. Where are you?" And the daughter responds, she screenshotted the whole thing, and by the way, very weird that the daughter has her mother in her phone as mum. Only fucking people who call their mom mum are the English. It's very strange. Anyway, the daughter responds, "Where's that? I'm in my dorm room. Please tell me you're not in someone else's dorm." And the mom responds, "I am in the wrong dorm. OMG." Did they talk anymore after that? I think that was it. She tweeted a picture of a screenshot of the text convo, and it went viral. And when I say it went viral, every motherfucking news outlet on the planet was carrying this thing as though it's actually news. This is not fucking news. We are in the midst of the dumbest election in the history of the United States, and fucking news outlets are covering this shit like it's fucking important. This is why we have an uninformed electorate, because we're worried about a fucking, someone went to the wrong room, took a selfie, texted it to their daughter. Fucking 10 years ago, that would have equated to like, we had a little chuckle. We had a little family chuckle because mom's fucking retarded, and our fucking daughter exposed her on the internet for being a dumb cunt. Like, are you fucking shitting me? Who the fuck? And I want to know who the silly bastards that think this shit's funny. Like, who? Oh, that's fucking. She went to the wrong room. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. You know what would have been funny? If she had walked in and fucking laid down on the bed, and it turned out to be like the room of two well-hung African gentlemen, and they walked in and fucking just split her open and roasted her like a pig on a spit. Just both holes. Jerome, right here. Finish on my tits. Finish on my dirty tits. Yeah. That fucking tight white pussy. Oh, yeah. That would have been very funny to me. In fact, I think I would love to see Brazzers or a Hustler or someone like that offer the mother the chance to make a video like that. And the daughter's actually not bad. Both the mother and the daughter could equally get it, in my opinion. So they could probably do one of those things like where the daughter gets the text and says, "Wait a minute, Mom, that's not my dorm room." And by the time she arrives to pull her mother out of the dorm room, she's already getting fucking stuffed silly by Jerome and Tyrese. And the daughter sees what's going on, and she says, "Mom, no fair. We were supposed to get lunch together, and you're hogging all the meat for yourself." And Jerome said, "There's plenty of that Alabama black snake right here, young missy. Why don't you come get it?" And they do like a mother-daughter suck-off where they're both... If you can't see me right now, I'm actually doing the suck-off motion. It's just two white women's on their knees in a Utah State University dorm room, sucking big black hog and then getting fucking sprayed on. How about that? Would you watch that video? I might, if I wanted to jerk off. Anyway, it's fucking silly and retarded that people were sharing this as though it's news. That's what I'm getting at. And as a person who's spent a great deal of time around the news industry in his life, it's pretty fucking, it's insulting and dumb. And I get, like, if it was like a once in a while thing, like once every couple months, like some you share slow news day, you share like a zany, goofy story, fine, do it. But this is like every fucking day now. I don't even believe that this is I could absolutely being this this being a fake story, like, oh my god, Mom, it'd be funny if, like, you sent, like, if you take a selfie and, like, send it to me, but then I'll be like, oh my god, imagine if you'd gone to the wrong dorm room and done that, and oh my god. Like, we can make it go viral, and we'll, like, get interviewed. It'd be so much fun. My friends would go wild. Put on my Snap story. Gay. I wish this was the worst thing going on with Facebook right now, but it's not. Actually, and I can't even close out of this. There it is. My computer, I shit you not, with my recording software running in the background and me trying to open up a million websites to inform and entertain you savages. Fucking my shit moves slow. But this, not the worst thing about Facebook today. Or this week. So this is from Gizmodo, which I believe Gizmodo is owned by Gawker. They're the assholes who own, Jezebel and everyone else. So I'm going to assume that because Gawker is a super, super liberal outfit who would, in their own right, probably work to suppress conservative news, or at least not share it. But Gizmodo is like their tech branch. They were the first ones I found who had the story. Everyone's had the story now, but the headline: former Facebook workers, we routinely suppress conservative news. Which, if you look in the top right of your Facebook browser, there's actually a section for trending news, and what they're saying is that Facebook workers said that they would intentionally suppress news in the trending section because they preferred to inject stories that fit their own political virus. And what they're saying that the articles that Facebook's news section operates like a traditional newsroom. And well, they're saying, with reflecting the biases of its workers and the institutional imperatives of the corporation, but that's wrong. We should not be, the news industry should be reporting news because it's newsworthy and not because it fits a particular bias or slant. If the story that you personally want to tell becomes altered or changed by something that has actually happened, an event that occurs, you have a responsibility to report it so that the consumer of that information can then take that information and make a good informed decision. Not, I want to put a liberal spin or I want to put a conservative spin on this, so I'm only going to share certain stories. That hurts everyone. And I'm sort of going to I'll delve into that in a minute. I think is incredibly problematic. And if you've noticed in that section, a lot of it does tend to be very, progressive stuff about women's rights, which better or worse. There's certain stories geared towards women's. Ooh, speaking of women's rights. Indian. She looked Indian. Walked by the window with nice little pooper on her. It's just something everyone can enjoy that. A nice butt. Chicks are doing the same thing. They're staring at butts. I'm a guy. I want to stare at chicks' butts. Fun. Anyway. So the Facebook news team former workers are essentially admitting, they're saying, we featured stories in that column that had a liberal slant or a progressive slant. And I think the issue there is, one, there are conservative angles on things that make a lot of sense. I know in media groupings, circles right now, the conservatives may not be the most popular because they're on some of the social stuff. They're a few steps behind, and they think we still live in fucking the 1950s. Was it Mayberry? The fucking with the gay retarded sheriff, whatever. I think that was the theme music. But they still kind of think we live in that Pleasantville era. But that doesn't mean that everything with a conservative slant is wrong. And for Facebook to be suppressing this stuff, they're private company. They do what they want, and that's their version of free speech, free expression as well. They can share whatever they want. It's their platform. But at the same time, because of their sort of global position, to suppress certain pieces of information, I think is counterproductive. And I'll tell you why. So I read my newsfeed, and my Facebook is overwhelmingly filled, because I was in the military, I have a lot of southern and rural conservative friends, overwhelmingly filled with conservative opinions on things. And when I see a lot of these opinions, it will, if I find them to be, prejudiced or short-sighted or wrong, almost make my blood boil that they're being shared so aggressively. Now, Facebook may have been intending to share only information with a liberal slant in an effort to sort of, change minds, mold minds, say this is the liberal way of thinking. This is, come on, get on the right team, or the left team, as it were. A little political humor for you. But it could have had there's sort of there are unintended consequences here that are a distinct possibility, which go beyond simply the fact that you were suppressing information, which I think we can argue is wrong and irresponsible to begin with. But there could be down the line effects that they could not even foresee. I mean, it could have done the exact opposite of what they wanted and driven people away from the left, right? You see so much left-wing news eventually like, hey, these guys are just running the fucking world and I'm getting sick of it. They're shitting on the straight white man because I'm a straight white man. I didn't do anything to harm nobody. And all of a sudden it will further drive people who might be more moderate away from your cause. So I think while well-intentioned, people who are in a position to share information should really try to, as I say, offer the pragmatist's viewpoint on everything, and and provide the information that will be needed to make a pragmatic decision. And that appears to not be what Facebook has done. Now that it's out there, hopefully we'll see a more balanced flow of information. Now, I'm not by any means I advocating for Facebook to share, whatever, Donald Trump has the biggest penis in the world and will be the savior of humanity, that your crazy Trump supporting cousin shares. That doesn't need to trend. Okay, if it's from a dubious source and it's ridiculous, and even if a lot of morons are sharing it, then there should be. You want to hope that the people at Facebook are smart and responsible enough to be like, we're not going to trend this. And on the same level, they shouldn't be sharing the capitalist is killing everyone and we need to all pledge our undying allegiance to Comrade Sanders. We shouldn't be sharing that article either. We should be sharing good, solid information that will inform and entertain. So what I am proposing is that Facebook only share the most reasoned, pragmatic news information and videos of women with large breasts making out with each other. I think if they do that, we'll be in a very good place. But, in fact, quite the opposite. Most of mine, and I mentioned feminism before, because I'm always going off about feminism. The first and second waves of feminism in the U.S., very important. Got that right to vote, burned a couple bras, made some women's zaddies, equality, advances in birth control, abortion rights, a woman's right to do what she wants with her body, all very, very important stuff. The advancing of women in corporate America. But now I think we've gotten to a point where women in America are even. And I know that might be hard for you to imagine because every time you turn on the news, you're hearing about a new story about a college woman being sexually assaulted. But it's the angle in which that information's presented now. And I would go a step further to say that a lot of times these cases of campus sexual assault are really confusing drunk hookups between people who haven't quite learned what sex is yet because they're 18, 19 years old, and then an irresponsible media apparatus gets their hands on them. Well, college administrators who are in no way trained or capable of serving as judges and juries go ahead and they serve as judges and juries, and the news industry says, well, if these administrators are saying that it's this way, then it is. So I think the media industry has sort of, over the past few years, they've made it seem as though there's this war on women going on. And outlets like Facebook and Twitter have been instrumental in helping to perpetuate that. But it's ridiculous. I don't think that my Facebook news feed should make me feel bad about being born a man or being born a white man. I think that's preposterous. That's ridiculous. Who the fuck? I didn't fucking do anything. What did I do to you? Particularly, I've been an athlete my entire life, served in the military with, people of every ethnicity. I was a college athlete, played football with guys of literally every fucking ethnicity. We don't have any, maybe no Asians. Asians don't play football. I don't know, whatever. Samoans do. I don't know if they're Pacific Islanders. Anyway, as your track teams, a co-ed sport, you men and women, practice together. So I've never fancied myself a racist or a sexist, but you spend enough time on the internet, you'll be convinced that by virtue of being born a white man, you are, in fact, both a racist and a sexist. Anyway, a bunch of shit hit my news feed this week on sort of the feminist end that was kind of annoying me. And like I said, I know I've been harping on this stuff, but that's bullshit. It's bullshit, I say. Anyway. Here we go. I'm opening 3 articles at once, right? This is like, with my computer, this is essentially the equivalent of playing Russian roulette, trying to open 3 news articles at once. But first, let's check out the hottest take ever from this atrocious New York City blogger. I can't say her name because of various professional commitments, but this chick fucking blows. So, if you haven't heard, the New York City Human Rights Commission said that it's illegal for a bar or restaurant to deny entry or service of alcohol to pregnant women. This chick is going off. She says, I am referring to the apparent real-life cases that inspired this ruling in the first place. We don't know precisely what happened, but do we really need to? In one instance, a pregnant woman was not allowed into a bar or nightclub. In what I assume are a fair number of other instances, pregnant women were refused alcohol by servers who felt they ought not to be drinking while in the family way. I myself have heard enough personal anecdotes to have no trouble believing this. I'm sure you all have to. You all have too. Whatever. I'm fucking retarded today, if you haven't been able to tell. I fucking rolled right out of bed and just started podcasting. Actually, that's not true. I cruised Twitter for a while, and one of my favorite porn stars, she's MILF, she goes by the name Dumais. Brunette. huge fake tits. She's always strap-on slamming some younger chick. She tweeted something, and that inspired me to go rub one out. So I spent about 30 minutes cruising porn before I found a suitable video, and then I splooged all over an old pair of boxer shorts that have since made their way to the waste bin. Anyway, I don't think this is a feminist issue. First of all, yes, women can do whatever they want with their bodies. We get it. We're there. New York City is one of the most fucking progressive liberal places on the planet. So going on a rant about what's going on in New York City against women, first of all, is fucking preposterous. There are a lot of other places that you could take this battle to. All right? This would be like the equivalent of U.S. Navy SEALs storming in and shooting some kid with a Twitter account because he said he doesn't like U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East, while 2 streets away, some guy is building a fucking car bomb in his basement to slam into the mayor's office. So there's really a fucking skewing of priorities going on here. Pregnant women shouldn't be going to nightclubs. Or to a bar, Sunday brunch, whatever, hang out with your friends, that's fine. Really? A pregnant woman in a fucking nightclub? Is it that's what you're doing with your fucking time? I have to question your priorities as a human being if you're a pregnant woman in a nightclub. Yes, it is your right to do so, and I can tell you're an asshole for doing it, and you're if you're married, I don't know why you're out fucking clubbing without your husband. And if your husband wants his pregnant wife to go out clubbing, he's a fucking jackass. And if you're a single woman, I still don't know why you're out clubbing, because you should be at home taking care of your fucking body, getting ready to bring a new life into the world. All right? Again, yeah, do whatever you want with your body, but a little ridiculous, I think, to want to go to a nightclub. In any case, and the other times they were refused alcohol. Again, look, if the doctor says have a glass of wine, have a glass of wine. But, if you're firing back fucking vodka or whatever, probably not the best idea if you have, a bun in the oven. Let's see what this Looney Tune has to say here. Fuck! This fucking website blows. Every time you try to scroll down, it sends you back up. It's trying to get you to click on their bullshit. Anyway, here we go. What am I looking for? She goes on this fucking rant about how it's like 4 paragraphs long, so I'm not going to read it. But the rules surrounding prenatal eating and drinking are based on statistical risk and are extremely strict because those who write them cannot assume we live in a population that understands moderation and appropriate litigation. But the fact remains that some people do understand moderation and are perfectly capable of managing themselves and making informed choices. And this still being a free country, they're allowed to do just that. Yes, they are. Absolutely. But you know what? I think if we saw a pregnant chick sitting at fucking brunch slugging mimosas or Bloody Marys, we'd be like, hey, maybe you fucking cool it, all right? If you're going to have the kid, give it a shot. And I think the reason that bars and restaurants were probably nightclubs in particular, denying women entry or denying pregnant women service was probably because it's fucking 2016. Everyone in this country loves a good fucking lawsuit. What's going to happen if that baby comes out with like a fucking deformed head or is missing 6 fingers because of fetal alcohol syndrome or whatever it does? I don't even know I don't know what fetal alcohol syndrome does, but I think it gives you like a Down syndrome-y looking head, fucking whatever. people in America love to sue. So by saying, look, we can't serve you, they're not discriminating against women because fucking God forbid something happens in this country that involves a woman that isn't, misogynistic or anti-feminist or whatever they want to fucking scream about. And this chick's blogs blow, by the way, so I didn't fucking read more of it. She fucking sucks. But anyway, people sue like a motherfucker in the U.S. Like, they just look for reasons to sue. So if I'm a restaurant owner and I see a pregnant chick coming in getting ready to booze down, you're goddamn right that without a law in place that says I have to serve her, that I can take to court and be like, yo, Your Honor, the city of New York said I had to serve this bitch as many mimosas as she wanted while she was throwing back her fucking poached eggs and bacon. I didn't want to because I thought it'd be bad for the baby. I might get dragged into court over it, but she said it was the law, so I had to. Look, I wouldn't want to lose my fucking business or my livelihood over that shit either. So yeah, anyone erring on the safe side is going to be like, I probably can't serve you. And by the way, we discriminate against physical condition in America for safety purposes all the time. Have you ever seen the signs that say, you must be this tall to ride? How the fuck do you think Peter Dinklage, star of Game of Thrones, feels when he has to stand on a fucking a stack of phone books just to ride Splash Mountain with fucking Hodor and Jon Snow? He's probably furious, but you don't see him writing shitty op-eds about it. God damn it. Fired up. Woo! We be podcasting. This audio is going to peak like a motherfucker because of all the yelling, by the way. Sorry. Taking a lot of stimulants, trying to burn some fat. Trying to burn some fat before the summer. Anyway. What else were fucking women celebrating in idiotic ways? Meghan Trainor, renowned annoying fat chick. Remember, she's like, all about the bass, all about the bass, no treble. Yeah, your music fucking blows, Meghan Trainor. You're a fat girl who makes bad music, all right? I don't even know. How are you that's what it is. That's, what's her name? Is it Melissa McCarthy? Something McCarthy. The fat chick who isn't funny, but they pretend is funny because she's a fat chick and she's loud. Of course. Stupid Mashable. I give Mashable some fucking page views. Gonna mention them during my podcast, even though I hate them. And their fucking shit's loading slow as fuck. So anyway, here's what happened. Just from the headline alone, I can tell you, Meghan Trainor pulled her Me Too video over the photoshopping of her waist. They're saying that Meghan Trainor releases her new music video and then she sees that her waist was aggressively photoshopped. So she pulled it down because the new thing in feminist circles is that photoshopping is, you're not allowed to Photoshop anything. There is so little for women in this country to worry about that the fucking new female celeb cause du jour is fucking photoshopping. If you Photoshop a woman, it is now considered misogynistic. Alright? Guess the fuck what? Sometimes shit gets touched up and photoshopped to make it look better. Alright? You go on TV, people cover you in makeup and shit. Everyone tries to make themselves look better. So I don't really see how a photoshopping is that much of a problem. Now, of course, if you tell someone, hey, don't shop this shit, I want you to use this image and this image only, picture of me, this is how I want to use it. Yeah, then they should abide by that. But simply photoshopping something is not, I don't see it as problematic. But Meghan Trainor pulls the video because, I can't pull up any quotes because Mashable's stupid fucking link was taking forever to load, so I X'd out of it. She had the video pulled because they slimmed her waist down, and she said, I had a bomb waist in that video. First of all, no you didn't. You're a fucking chunky chick with, and not even the good kind of chunky. You know what I'm talking about. The kind with someone Someone just rolled up bumping some bass. Hear the bass from the truck when you're on the block. Anyway, you Photoshop me to make my abs look great, my pecs really popped, and make that jawline look chiseled. I'm going to send you a thank you card and some roses, because I'm a man who likes to look good. But Meghan Trainor, not even attractive, thick Meghan Trainor, with, slim waist, fat ass, big titties. That's like Kardashian thick, the good kind. Just a regular old thick girl, Meghan Trainor. Maybe she gives a good BJ, I don't know. Is bitching that they photoshopped her, except if you're an artist, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you are deeply involved in the creative process, which would include your music videos. So you're telling me that this music video got released without her first watching the entire thing? I do not fucking think so. Vox followed up, thankfully, with an article that essentially said, yeah, she might be full of shit. Hopefully Vox's shit will load faster than stupid Mashables. Slow. Here we go. No. Slow. I gotta defrag this computer. Especially with the recorder running in the background. It's fucking killing me. Too many fucking ads. Alright. Here we go. This is from Vox. But some people are responding to Trainor's apparent commitment to promoting self-confidence and being all about that bass with more skepticism than celebration. In fact, some are downright wondering if the whole waist-shrinking mess might just be a publicity stunt designed to make Trainor more sympathetic. Apparently, Trainor has been involved in Photoshop controversies before. And her fans very aggressively point out possible retouching, which I guess they did with a 17 magazine cover. So as I was saying, there's a lot of post-production that goes into any of this. And as an artist, you would think that you'd be very heavily invested in that product. So this Vox writer says, if the 17 cover drew such backlash from Meghan Trainor's fan base, then how did a Photoshop music video get through all the levels of post-production analysis and then be watched by 500,000 YouTube viewers without Trainor knowing? So some people are saying that this is a publicity stunt because she just started streaming her new album on Apple, and didn't really get much of a reaction. And there's the saying, there's no such thing as bad publicity, as Vox points out. So it's very hard to discount that this could be a way to put Trainor in the spotlight and sort of shed some light on the album. Get the people, stir the conversation. People are at that water cooler at work. Hey, you hear about Meghan Trainor's waist? No, I did not. They slimmed it down for the music video. They did what? That's right. Can you believe it? I've got to see this video. Well, it's too bad they took it down. She did what? Yeah, but the album comes out in a couple of days, so you can still listen to the song. What? It comes out when? May 13th, I believe. Didn't do too well on Apple Music though, but you should definitely check it out. So it's possible it's possible that this happened. And I don't think that's it. This is sort of a celebrity taking advantage of the victim culture. Basically it's body shaming now. By the way, it's body shaming now too. They even consider it body shaming to compliment a person on their body. if you are unaware, you are not allowed to comment on another person's body whatsoever. The only thing you are allowed to do is tell a fat, ugly person that they are beautiful. That is okay. Anything else related to the human body is body shaming. So essentially, what releasing a video and then pulling it down as sort of a publicity stunt does is it makes Meghan Trainor look like the victim of photoshopping, which, as I just explained, now counts as body shaming. Stirs the talk about her. It gets the searches up for Meghan Trainor, and then you find out, bam, Meghan Trainor released an album on Apple Music, and the full release of that album will be on May 13th. Now you're armed with that information, and if you were a fan of, All About That Bass, or what's the other one, the other terrible song she made? I don't know, but it probably sucked. Now you're ready to listen to Meghan Trainor's new music. Album sales go through the roof. People are going to click on the new music videos that are released, and Meghan Trainor is America's sweetheart now. So that's what I believe happened. Savvy. She's got a good publicist, but not good enough to fool the people at Vox or myself. But yes, I think, and what I'm going to get into here is sort of, there's like this new line of commercials out from, what is it, Secret? I guess Secret does, I think they do tampons and women's deodorant, if I'm not mistaken. It leads to a culture of sought-after victimization. People want to be the victim because being the victim in 2000... It used to be, back when I was growing up, being the victim made you weak. No one wanted to be the victim. You did fucking everything you could to not be the victim. You made yourself strong and tough, and you competed hard in sports, or you got better grades than people. You did whatever you could to get a leg up because you didn't want to be the victim. Now, in 2016, society celebrates the victim, so there's status that comes with being victimized. And I think what stuff like these, when progressive media outlets go off about things like photoshopping or whatever the fuck else, they're teaching in this case young women that you can advance in this world by pointing out how you were victimized, and we're going to show you how. And Secret, this is an article from Adweek. Procter & Gamble's Secret takes on young women's stresses, beginning with the wage gap. Okay. So, they should have picked a hot chick for this. My first problem with this whole thing, and this is who they're targeting, by the way. It's it's a chick. She's wearing a men's blazer, and she's got the horn-rimmed glasses. I wear horn-rimmed glasses when I work at my computer. They're hipster glasses, but they look fantastic on me. I look like a sexy male librarian. Imagine going up to a sexy male librarian. That's right, ladies. I'm working at the library now. They call me Don Jones, sexy male librarian. Hi, I'd like a reference book on how to have an orgasm. Oh, I think I can help you with that, ladies. Let's just look it up in the Dewey Decimal System. Oh, look, right here. Erotic nonfiction, how to have an orgasm. Let me take you back to the stacks. See if I can track this one down for you. Someone else may have already withdrawn it. Let's take a look here. Oh, here it is. How to have an orgasm. Know how I found it? I'm the author. Sexy male librarian, Don Jones. Forget the book. I'll give you an orgasm right here in the stacks. That's what I imagine I would be like as a sexy male librarian. Anyway, they used an ugly, hipsterish looking chick with like a male jawline and You know what? You can go ahead and pull it up. Because they have the ad in here, but I can't stream a video while I'm recording for the podcast, so I'm gonna watch it on my phone, and I'll talk about it. One second. I should have had this. But all right, here we go.
Mr. Kendall, let me ask you a favor. Not really.
Trying to hold it as close as possible to them.
I worked on the Pasto team, actually, and we won the business. We just helped. Okay, see. Casual.
Should raise the volume on
Hey, how's it going? You're looking great.
First of all, she's talking in a fucking bathroom mirror.
Makes more than I do. He's only worked here for 2 years.
Maybe Todd's more experienced.
Great leader. Really have things.
And here's an old chick comes. Here we go. Oh boy. So it's like, all right. So here's the commercial. Is this ugly hipsterish millennial chick psyching herself up to ask her boss for more money? In the back, the article here says it's very well acted. It's very poorly acted, actually. No one fucking does this. If I walked into the fucking bathroom and I saw someone talking to themselves in the bathroom at work, I'd go to fucking HR and be like, yo, you know you're employing an escaped mental patient who I think is going to stab everybody and burn the building down. Nobody fucking... People do weird shit in the bathroom at work. I once found a bag of chips in one of the shitter stalls. We used to have a gay guy who would aggressively brush his teeth. People do strange shit in the bathroom at work. But let me tell you something. If I walked in on some broad fucking... But we're probably going to be going to genderless bathrooms soon anyway, so there's a distinct possibility that I could, in fact, walk in on some broad doing this, psyching herself up for a raise while complaining that she doesn't get paid as much as some... maybe the guy who's been here for fucking 2 years has fucking 7 years of experience, and you've only been working for 3. And nervously saying, I'm a good leader, let me tell you something, you fuck. If someone nervously tells me they're a good leader, I'm gonna fucking laugh in their stupid feminist face, because a fucking good leader wouldn't get nervous while telling someone they're a good leader. You know what they do? They walk into Mr. Jones's office, and they drop that fucking 10-pound cock on his desk, and they say, hey, Jonesy, you know what? I'm the best goddamn leader you got. Now give me $10K more and 5 extra vacation days, or else I'm going to work for Smith down the street. Yeah. And he'd probably say it a lot more confidently than that, because he wasn't improvising and hopped up on stimulants like I am right now while I podcast. But the point is, what commercials like this do, I don't think this empowers women, and what the feminists would yell, as a cis man, you're not allowed to tell a feminist what to think. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Why did the feminists cross the road? To suck my fucking cock. It's from Boiler Room. Anyway, the problem is, this reinforces the belief that young women are being victimized, which simply is not fucking true. All right? Let's see. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. The article says, the gender pay gap works nicely as a creative hook here. But of course, it would be nice to see the brand take things further by offering resources to women who want to learn more and obtain tools to actually fight the pay gap. Guess what, dummy? There is no fucking pay gap. This pay gap thing it's this massive piece of misinformation that's being spread forever about how women get paid less than men. It's not true. Now, on an overall average around the country, is it possible that women are making less than men? Sure. Absolutely. But there are factors that play into this that once you examine them, make a great deal of sense. So, let me see. Wall Street Journal, this is it's a couple years old, but they had an article titled The Wage Gap Myth That Won't Die. Subscribe or sign in. I don't fucking do that. Boo! Boo! Fuck you, Wall Street Journal. Subscribe. Do you motherfuckers know what year it is? Subscribing to the fucking Wall Street Journal. This one's from Forbes. They're kind of reputable. I hate this shit. Continue. I have to sit through a fucking ad to get to your stupid fucking site. The media industry is in such fucking decline. Fucking begging people for fucking views now. This is ridiculous. Where's the article? The fuck? This is bullshit. Read the fucking article. Come on, Forbes. Cocksuckers. Come on. Load. Here it is. Oh, this is actually pretty. This is from like 2 weeks ago. And it's written by a woman. A woman. I don't know why I said a woman, but anyway. Oh, she's got this, top of the article's got this picture. It is probably a bunch of some of the ugliest pantsuit-clad chicks I have ever seen in my life. What nice wrinkled blazer. Aren't you supposed to be a fucking woman? Do you know how to do laundry and ironing? A bunch of hideous women wearing pantsuits with sensible haircuts. And they're standing. Women deserve a fair shot at equal pay. And I think, what is Kirsten Gillibrand up there? Yeah, she lies about all sorts of feminist shit. To discuss the Paycheck Fairness Act is what they were doing. Okay. So she says, earlier this semester I spoke to a group of 70 undergrad women at Harvard, and she asked if they believed they would get paid 78 cents on the dollar compared to men just because they were women, and then she says majority of them raised their hand. Too many fucking ads. Simply because they are women, they will pay a 22% tax with each paycheck thanks to an unfair society that favors men. And she said, unfortunately, the White House and many women's groups continue to perpetuate this idea. Even the White House's website. On average, full-time working women earn just 78 cents for every dollar a man earns. And then the American Association of University Women, they published a report, and it says Did you know that in 2014, women working full-time in the United States typically were paid just 79% of what men were paid? A gap of 21%. Oh no, the sky is falling. And what they do is they have a day every year called Equal Pay Day, which is, it symbolically marks how much longer women have to work to catch up to what men earned in the previous year. And it's apparently the White House has designated a new national monument for women's equality and Obama's efforts to address the equal pay gap. But what this woman, who I guess she was a visiting professor at Harvard, it's this 78, 79%, whatever you want to call it, bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. As she says. If we want to have a fruitful discussion about a gender wage gap, we should have it after the comparison is adjusted for factors like education, years of experience, and hours worked, all of which influence earnings. So, from a 2013 Slate article, Hannah Rosen, author of The End of Men, oh dear, ominous. Median earnings of full-time female workers is 70% of the median earnings of full-time male workers. But that's very different than 70 cents on the dollar for doing the same work, right? Saying the information, the way it's presented, gives the impression that a man and woman standing next to each other doing the same job for the same number of hours get paid different salaries, which is not the case, right? Full-time only means 35 hours, but men tend to work more hours than women, which is the first problem. So you're comparing men working 40 hours to women working 35 hours, okay? Problem number one. Now, with a woman having a strong chance of being the Democratic nominee for president, this kind of information is sort of getting perpetuated even harder. And I'm going to go check out the Slate article because I think it gets a little deeper. Jumping away from Forbes now. Here we go. Oof. This Hannah Rosen just cuts with a fucking knife. The gender wage gap lie. You know that women make 77 cents to every man's dollar line you've heard 100 times? It's not true. Let's see if Slate, cut it with the fucking advertisements. I want to read your article. This thing is lengthy. Okay, so I already discussed the hours. So her first suggestion is instead of comparing annual wages, you would start by comparing average weekly wages, right? Because it eliminates variables like time off during the year, annual bonuses, etc. Okay. Once you do that, women are up to 81% of what men earn. Okay? And they say it actually varies by race. So for African American women, it's actually 94% of what African American men work in a typical week. But if you were to take the comparison and break it down to just straight up based on hours a week worked, right? This woman says the actual wage gap is, instead of 77%, it's something more like across the board 87%. And this is just simply when you factor for a 40-hour work week. So we've already eliminated if the wage gap was supposedly at 77%, There's a 23% gap. We've already eliminated almost 50% of that gap by simply accounting for the amount of hours worked in a week. But she says we're still not there, right? There are many other factors that go into determining salary. Let's see. Ba-doo! They. My bad. I don't know what the fuck that was. My phone. I just got a new Twitter follower. Joey D. New York. At Joey D. New York. Thanks for following. So, things like men are more likely to be in unions where their salaries are protected, etc. Big differences in occupation and industry. Women tend to congregate in different professions than men do, and largely male professions tend to be higher paying because we need to pay engineers more than we need to pay fucking guidance counselors. I'm far more concerned about the bridge I'm walking across not crumbling beneath my feet than I am over whether some kid will make the right choice between Muhlenberg and Penn State. It's really not my fucking concern. But he says, once you account for this, the gap gets narrowed to 91 cents on the dollar. I just pulled this up spur of the moment, so you'll have to... So what they did was they tried to... She's saying that even with... All right, so there's a 9... If there's a 9% gap left there, it's probably due... and that varies. I've seen the gap as much as as little as 3% too. And what people have essentially said is it's idiotic to try to sort of account for these very minor factors that are these factors that are causing such a minor gap. The 2-3% is not a huge gap, and it might be based on things that are outside of our control. A college major is a big one. So they said, all right, so let's say all things considered equal, what's going on with the best men and the best women? So they looked at male and female MBAs graduating from the University of Chicago between 1990 and 2006, right? And they controlled for job experience, GPA, profession, business school course, etc. So, where was I? What they're saying is if we, kind of blank slate compare these men and women, what's going on? What they found only a tiny differential in salary between men and women. And what they're saying is that might because it could be because of lingering discrimination. Sure, the old boys club. But it could also be because women just aren't as good at negotiating starting salaries, right? I personally, I feel the pain. I got promoted into my job from being a freelancer to being full-time, so I was in no fucking place to be demanding more cash. Like, they could have just been like, look, motherfucker, you want to go back to getting paid hourly? We can make that happen. Otherwise, you'll take this full-time fucking pay with benefits and fucking enjoy it. And I did. And I do, sometimes. But what they're saying is that women aren't simply paid less because, look, it's a woman. we can get away with paying her more. Because if that was the case, people would just staff their companies entirely with females and get the same amount of production for far less money, right? I mean, who wouldn't do that? I'd do it. Absolutely. I'd take advantage of that shit like a motherfucker. Call me a bad person. I don't fucking care. They're saying that's not what happens. You have to account for these things. People, leaving to have a kid. Maybe you take a few years off, etc. Because you don't negotiate as well. But they have all of these factors that are accounting for what, in the end, comes out to a very, very tiny fucking gap. And that gap doesn't explain things like, maybe as a woman, you don't want to work as a fucking coal miner, and you would rather work as a second-grade teacher, but because being a coal miner is dangerous as fuck and has a better union, maybe you get paid more being a coal miner. That's not because of sexism or discrimination. That's because of some personal choices that you've made about what to do with your career. So I think it's sort of absurd to, turn women into the victim and blame men. I mean, that's not constructive. It's asinine. Tearing people apart. Making them dislike each other. And then I'll bring this one final article up because I've actually been reading this quite frequently. The Daily News, which actually tends to have a somewhat liberal slant. Anyway, the Daily News says, "What pay gap? Young women in New York earn more than male peers. Study finds." And it's the Daily News, so they're shitload slow as fuck too. Hurry the fuck up. You're driving away my listeners because your site loads slow. Suck my fucking balls. I hate you, Daily News. Okay. According to the Institute for Women's Policy Research, female millennials bring in $1.02 for every $1 earned by young men in New York. The shattered glass ceiling likely connected to New York women's high education rate. So, and it's with 47% of 25 to 34-year-old women in the state have a bachelor's degree or better, compared to just 38% of men. So what this shows is that it's not it's not just, oh look, a woman, let's see how we can rip her off. There are a variety of factors that go into how much a person will get paid. As you can see in New York, women are sort of on the upside of those factors, probably in part due to the industries that exist in New York, the academic backgrounds of women, people moving, more successful people moving here to take jobs, etc., are now causing millennial women to out-earn millennial men in New York City. And now you're not going to see men marching in the streets or starting viral campaigns about a wage gap. You know what men will do? If they would like to make more money, they will negotiate harder, they will study harder, or they will find jobs that can pay them more. If not, they will make, you guessed it, less money. Jesus fucking Christ. And the article goes on to say New York is the only state where ladies have caught up. They're saying full-time working gals in the U.S. make on average 89 cents per male millennials dollar, which, look, we've talked about that. Things like women choosing different occupations, women staying home to raise kids, start families, etc., etc. It's fucking blue fucking wheel of death. What else? Is this it? Young women in Wyoming earn just 72 cents for each dollar that their peers make. Now, think about a state like Wyoming, where there may be less opportunities for women to work in, say, media or other traditionally, jobs where women can be more competitive versus there might be a lot of farming, physical, hardy labor that is more suited towards men. So you might assume, naturally, in Wyoming, a man's going to make more than a woman. In New York, not the case. So, if you want to close the wage gap, so to speak, instead of attacking men and victimizing women, why not explain things like, hey, you can negotiate for more money, or if you pursue this course of study, you'll make more money. You don't have to, but understand that this career field pays more. This one allows more, personal time off, personal development, et cetera, et cetera. So you have to sort of, weigh the pros and cons of each job that you do, and realize that not everything is just this blanket, ridiculous statistic. And I think it's not good for society when we try to base things on these sort of black and whites, good and bads, and I'll tie it all together here with no plan, but I'm just going to kind of wing it. We started out talking about the Facebook stuff, and I talk a lot about the election and what people are sharing, and we tend to share a lot of these 2-sentence memes where it'll be a picture and some sort of snarky comment. And it's just, I'll share, like, jokingly, sometimes I'll use a meme as, like, the grab image for a podcast, and, I think it's funny and cheeky, and I'll throw it in there, but then I go on to talk about whatever the subject is for 2 hours. We give you the detail. We get down to the nitty-gritty. People sharing, clickbaity 2-paragraph articles or a 2-sentence meme on Facebook, that doesn't get down to the heart of anything. That just infuriates anyone on the other side and drives them deeper into their own corner. So what I would urge everyone to do, whatever the issue is, be it election 2016, feminism, transgender people using bathrooms in North Carolina, fucking replay in Major League Baseball, whatever your thing is that you like to get fucking hot about on the internet, delve deeper. Read a little bit, and read from both sides. Read the pro and the con. I often find myself hate reading websites like Jezebel and Gawker, but you know what? At best, if it's an intelligent, well-written article, maybe it'll sway my opinion. At worst, it gives me the ammunition that I need to call bullshit on idiots. There you go. There you have it. As you can see by the amount of ums I've started dropping, I've run out of things to talk about. For this week, I do have to, I gotta get to the fucking gym. What's coming up? I am planning a women's summit. I think I've mentioned that before. I'm going to sit down with a group of young ladies and sort of delve into these feminist issues a tad more, find out what they're really feeling, so we can get beyond the shitty deodorant or tampon commercials. I'm supposed to be, got to confirm with them in a day or two, supposed to be going on the Sinners and Saints podcast. So check them out. Check it out. They got a pretty cool Facebook page. They're very into libertarian stuff. Connected with them over Facebook thanks to mutual friend Gary from the band Def Rhino, the lead singer. He's actually Gary's younger brother. Gary here at the on the Savage Hour. That's his younger brother. They both go by Gary, as does their third brother, Gary. Actually, Dave, Adam, and Jared. But all Garys. We'll talk about the name Gary probably on a future show. Get into how Gary came to be. But yeah, Gary put me in touch with the guys from the Sinners and Saints podcast. So I believe I'm going on there Sunday. I'm not sure when they're going to put the show up. I don't know if they do it live, whatever. But sit down, have a nice little chat with them over some coffee and some brouhahas Sunday afternoon. That's it for this week. Look, for anything out there, I would urge all of you, because I see, thanks to my military and liberal arts background, I see a lot of idiotic fuckery on both sides of every argument, and I would urge you to approach things with an open mind, an open heart, and an open pair of trousers, so anyone who disagrees can suck your dick, eh? No. But that's it for this week. You want to check me out on Facebook, it's The Savage Crew. On Twitter, at The Savage Crew, or at Mike Montone. That's the better one. If you really want to get in touch with me, I'm on Twitter all fucking day. I refresh my Twitter feed like I'm a fucking crack addict. So shoot me a tweet on there, at Mike Montone. That's it. We got nothing else. Summer's coming. It's warm out. 70 degrees. I'm gonna go to the gym. Lift some weights. I'm gonna eat some delicious foods. All right, bitches. Latest.